The Pokemon games are amazing, and one of the best parts about them is how unique everyone's playthrough is with them. My playthrough and your playthrough are going to be completely different, mainly because of who we have on our teams. Because of that, we're going to have an easy time or a difficult time at different points in the game. The most obvious example of this is going to be with Brock. Brock is the first gym leader in Kanto and can either be incredibly easy or kind of difficult depending on who you pick for your starter. Say you take Bulbasaur or Squirtle, it's going to be a breeze and the easiest gym in the game, no question. On the other hand, if you pick Charmander, it's going to be a rough time. These are two incredibly different experiences at the same point in the game, depending on who you have in your party. While battles are either going to be easier or harder depending on who you have in your party, some battles are notoriously difficult no matter who you have. Perhaps the most infamous of these is Whitney. Whitney's the third gym leader in the Johto games, and she specializes in normal types. While she only has 2 Pokemon, her ace, being Miltank, has given players nightmares since Gold and Silver first came out. While Miltank is certainly a strong Pokemon, especially for how early in the game you face it, I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off. Whitney really isn't that difficult. If you're not prepared for it, Miltank is absolutely sweeping your team. It has Stomp, which can cause flinching, Rollout, which can stack up damage very fast and start one-shotting your mons, as well as Attract to immobilize any males on your team somehow, and Milk Drink to restore HP. While this moveset has the potential to be troublesome, there are plenty of strategies to counter her. In fact, all 3 starter Pokemon are more than capable of taking her down. While this moveset sounds very threatening and has the potential to be very challenging, there are plenty of strategies to take her down. And in fact, all 3 starter choices are more than capable of taking Miltank out. Bayleaf is definitely going to have the easiest time of the 3 starters, as it gets Reflect and Poison Powder very early on in the game. Poison Powder is going to help chip away at its health each turn, while Reflect is going to keep you alive and keep Miltank from doing serious damage. Combine that with Stab, Razor Leaf, and Synthesis, it's going to be pretty, not easy, but not too hard. Using Quilava is definitely going to be a bit more of a challenge, but it's definitely possible. Using Smokescreen and Leer, both early game moves that you should keep for this fight, it's not going to be too difficult. Just getting a few Smokescreens off is going to make it so Miltank can't really do anything to you, and from there, you just lower her accuracy and defense all the way down. Once Miltank can't really hit you, you're pretty much set for the fight. Just keep chipping away, and you'll win eventually. Croconaw definitely has the most difficult time, but a similar strategy to Quilava. Essentially spamming Leer and then going with either Ice Fang or Bite until you KO. Croconaw is almost certainly going to require a Super Potion or 2, so keep that in mind as well. On the off chance that you're one of the monsters who boxes their starter Pokemon, there's still other methods. Plenty of Pokemon available in the Ilex Forest have access to status moves such as Poison Powder, and other early game mons such as Sandshrew and Pidgey get access to Sand Attack well before Goldenrod City. At the end of the day, if all else fails, the most easy and obvious option that we haven't talked about yet that many people also don't know about is an in-game trade. At the top of the department store in Goldenrod City is an NPC who is willing to trade you a female Machop in exchange for a Drowsy, which can be caught on the routes right outside of Goldenrod City. This Machop has access to Stab super effective fighting moves, and most importantly is immune to Miltank's Attract. For some odd reason, 2nd grade me was so against the idea of using female Pokemon, and that really bit me in the ass when it came to this fight, so I'd like to thank Whitney for helping me be a more equal person. At the end of the day, Whitney's gym isn't too hard as long as you go into it with a bit of a plan. I think the issue is that most of us were pretty young when we first played these games and faced her, and we weren't exactly teaching our Pokemon anything other than attacking moves. Still, Whitney and her Miltank are no pushover and should not be taken lightly. Do you think I'm right that Whitney really isn't that difficult, or do you think I'm a cocky bastard and you disagree? Let me know. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you want. It would mean a lot. If not, it is what it is, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.